Well, hello guys, welcome back. I want to talk to you about having your life put in perspective. I didn't record during the hailstorm because that was actually pretty terrifying. It sounded like my house was ripping apart. It sounded bad. That's why I was saying, oh my god, the roof's still on the house and everything else, because I thought my house ripped apart, but it's okay. And we are still under a tornado watch, and tornadoes are bad in this area, so I wasn't sure if I heard a tornado at the same time or what I heard, but I was pretty scared. And of course, as I'm hiding under Loki, praying to him and being terrified, and he's there, and some of the other gods are there, and I felt comforted, still felt frightened. Because that's something programmed into us. We know to be scared when there's bad weather and to go hide and find shelter. Where else could I go to hide? There was nowhere else to go to hide. I was in my house. So that was pretty scary, and that put my life into perspective. For one thing, Loki kept me safe. The gods kept me safe. For two, everything else was sorted itself out. The relationships with the gods and everything else, that's all already actually sorted. I was the only one with a problem with it. And for three, it shows you where your priorities were. My first priority was being alive and praying to the gods to keep me alive. I didn't give a damn about this house. I didn't care about anything I owned. I didn't care about anything else. Money, anything. Possessions, didn't care. I just cared about living. Everything could be replaced. Humans can't be replaced. I was like, I really don't care. I just want to live. And after, the crisis passed and I had filmed to show you guys, I called my friend to see if she was okay. And she was fine. Thank the God she's fine. The other friend I didn't get to call because I knew she was going out for dinner, so I hope she was okay. And we're still under a tornado alert for like the next couple hours. So it really puts things into perspective for you. Because we all have problems. We all have health issues, problems paying bills, whatever. Something like that really, really is like the gods. Now, the gods didn't cause the storm, but it's like the gods tapping you and going, hey, this is what's important in your life. You staying alive and making sure everybody you care about is alive. After that, everything else is just gravy. So, I'm kind of glad it happened. It was really scary, but it put my life into perspective because I had done my budget and figured out I had to let my home insurance go. And what a day to find out, right? But, I have the worst home insurance. I have a home insurance that had my house blown away. Act of God, we're not covering it. Because everything else that's ever happened on my home, they haven't covered. Chimney collapse, act of God. Roof damage, act of God. Other roof collapse, remember the roof that my uncle had to replace? Act of God. Or it was on me as a homeowner that I'm supposed to have all this money to just go, wee. So I'm like, you know what? Why am I paying this every quarter with money I don't have, and then I have to sacrifice eating better food and stuff like that, like nutritious food? Why am I eating ramen and, like 50-cent food items from the grocery store to pay to this thing when they're not going to cover it if this house falls over anyhow? Act of God. So I'm like, you know what? I'm okay with letting it go. I really am. So I feel a lot better. It was a shock at first to realize I had to let it go, but I'm like, you know what? I just lived through a bad storm. I lived through, it felt like a tornado was going past. I know what that feels like because I've had one go past before. So I said, you know what? I lived through that. I'm happy. Screw the insurance. I need the money to put food on the table and pay my electric bill and do everything else. I really don't care. So, it was one of those life lessons that the gods were happy to use. And we are blessed. We can pay our bills. We already have our canned pumpkin or cranberries. And we bought some completes, those like turkey ones that taste like an abomination. But that's all I want for the holidays. That's really all I want. For one person, I don't want to, cook a lot. And I know the one friend from last year, she's certainly not having me up. She hasn't even talked to me anymore. The other friend, I'm not close enough with. This one friend that's like really tensely close and then doesn't know you. She hasn't mentioned the holidays yet. She won't mention the holidays until maybe the day of. She may call me Thanksgiving Day or call me Christmas Day and say, oh, are you doing anything? I'm not going to be crass enough to say, hey, are you having me up for the holidays? So we're preparing. And as long as I can be with my gods and enjoy the statues and everything else we got, I'm really fine. And I'm okay with not being able to pay that bill because I'm like, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. It's probably one of those things, the universe lining up, that is the best possible outcome for me, because that will free me up from that burden every 4 months, and I'll start eating better food. It's, it's going to go to food and utility bills is what it's going to go to. It's not like I'm taking it and going on a spree. So it was actually one of the best things that could happen to me. And it wouldn't be put into perspective if I hadn't lived through that storm. So there you go. So I hope you don't need the same kind of example in your own life, but sometimes stuff like that does put your life into perspective. You just kind of have to hang on to the lesson more than 5 minutes. So if you guys like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.